Right. Okay. So, and today we're going to revise everything what we learned in Unit 3. And today, in fact, we've got a revision lesson and preparation for Test 3, yes, and covering the whole Unit 3. All right?
Yes.
Wonderful. Then we'll begin with revising some vocabulary. And in this unit, we were speaking about visiting different places and going on holiday to different places. And I'm going to tell you a word. Try to make 2 or 3 phrases, yeah, with this word. For example, if I tell you the word tour, what can you make with the word tour?
We had a guide tour.
Guided tour.
Uh,
Mhm.
uh, um, Interesting tour. Tour with locals.
Okay. How about this one?
A walk tour.
Walking tour. Yes,
Walking
walking.
tour.
Good job. All right. So, okay. How about the word climb? Make a couple
Uh,
of phrases.
Climb a steep cliff.
Good.
Climb a tower. Uh,
Mhm.
Climb steep stairs.
Okay, why not? Yes, good one. Right. Ancient. 3 phrases.
Ancient temple.
Mhm.
Ancient remains.
Mhm.
Uh, Ancient sites.
Yes, why not? Right, right, right. Very good. Steep. You have already mentioned some with steep.
Steep cliff. Steep stairs.
Mhm.
Steep mountain.
Yes. Окей. А если такая крутая дорожка или тропинка?
Steep road or steep path.
Path. Yes, that's
Path.
right. That's right. Uh-huh. Good. How about have a great view of something?
Of surrounding landscapes.
Yes, this is great. What else?
Mm, View of surrounding houses, surrounding city.
Mhm.
Um,
Yes.
Еще.
And на долину as well.
View of beautiful valley.
Really, very good. Nice one. Okay. And something has been restored.
A restored temple,
Mhm.
restored houses, restored, а можно сказать restored remains, или это уже совсем останки, ну
Restored
как-то
remains
не очень.
sounds a little strange, yes.
Мгм.
I'd say restored old house or old city, yes, something
Мгм.
like that. Restored remains.
Ну да,
I think
это
no, because
оксюморон,
remains,
да.
yeah, it's usually nothing to restore anymore,
Ага.
right? Okay, Erin, very, very nice. I'm going to share an exercise with you, right? And this is our student's book, yeah, for a check and reflect part, page 29 if necessary. And here in number 1, you've got 6 sentences. I'd like you to complete the sentences with the correct word. Would you like to do it spontaneously together or do you need a minute?
Or we can try to do it spontaneously.
Okay, let's go ahead.
They have a big nature there. These elephants and lions and everything. They have a big nature reserve where these elephants and lions and everything.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
Okay, go on.
there is an old tower that you can climb up. You get a great view from the top. You can go on a guided tour around the old castle Via. The city is famous for its ancient temple or remains.
Or remains. Let's leave it, yes, and then we decide.
They are restoring the old temple, so you can't see all the buildings, but it's still nice to walk around. There is an ancient Buddhist
Buddhist.
Buddhist town in the forest that you can visit.
So I think Buddhist temple. What do you think?
Buddhist. Yes, Buddhist temple and old town. They're restoring the old town.
And have a look. You can't see all the buildings. Yeah, so town is better.
And the
number
city
four.
is famous for its ancient remains.
Yes, remains. Okay. Okay, good. And look at these sentences, please, and tell me if you have visited any places like that, or maybe you know any cities or places like the ones described in the sentences. Okay, so I give you a moment to look through and tell me if you have been to or if you know any places like that. Yes,
Well, yes, I live in Vladimir region where we have a lot of ancient temples, ancient churches, and unfortunately, we also have a lot of ancient remains, which are not restored by our government and by local people. And as for other sentences, it would be great to be one day on a big nature reserve with wild animals. It's very interesting for me to look at animals in their nature.
Okay, that's good. In the natural habitat.
Natural habitats.
Yes. Or in the wild, you can say, to see the animals in the wild. Yeah.
And we prepared when I prepared for one of our lesson, we needed to find an interesting places for visiting, and I wanted to tell our girls about a special hotel in Kenya with giraffes. It's a very expensive hotel, but you can have a breakfast with real giraffes. They go free around
Mhm.
the hotel territory, and it's amazing action, amazing impressions for all visitors of this hotel.
Oh yes, I'm so sure about it. I would love to go to such place. Yes, I would actually really love to go to African safari. Yes, because this is exactly the place where you can see animals in the wild, and it's really, really magic, I guess. Yeah, because mostly we see the animals in the zoo, and this is so upsetting. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, this is lovely, lovely, very interesting. And I can tell you a little about, you told me about Vladimir, yes, which has many churches, ancient churches, some remains. In Kaliningrad region, it's also similar. But what is interesting, we have a lot of remains of German churches and German houses. And these days, some private businesses restore these places and start some projects. And it's really great because we've got, for example, a cheese factory in an old German factory, yes, or any other projects like that, and they are fantastic. But I agree with you, the governments don't invest a lot in restoring these ancient places or monuments or whatever. Yes. Okay, very interesting, lovely. So, and then we talked about the have you ever questions and many, many different possible answers to have you ever question. So here we've got 6 possible answers to a question with have you ever been to some place? Erin, I'm going to give you a moment to look through, think how can you complete these answers. Yes, ready to compare?
Yes.
Okay, so, all right. Have you ever been to? And the possible answer is yes, I have.
Yes, I have. I've gone there 4 or 5 times.
Okay. It's better to use been, not gone.
Uh-huh. I've
Yeah,
been.
because if you actually look in the list of irregular verb, go would be like that. Go, went, been, and gone.
Uh-huh.
Right? And in this context, it's better to use been
Mhm.
because gone has a meaning of уехал. Вот
Mhm.
только еще не вернулся. Например, where is, I don't know, whoever, where is Maria? Oh, she's gone to Turkey.
Mhm.
Уехала. All right? And in this context, it's better to use been. All right?
Mhm.
Good. Okay. Yes, go on.
Yes, I have. I love it there. It is so beautiful.
This is so beautiful. I love or I loved. Both of them would
Yeah.
be okay. Mhm,
Mhm.
good. Stay.
No, never, but it's supposed to be great. Или?
Mhm. Yep, that's right. Good job. Go on.
No, never, but I'd love to go one day.
Yes, I'd love to go one day. Very nice. Okay.
No, never, but I'm thinking of going there next summer, actually.
Yes, I'm thinking of going. Right. Very good. And
No, but I'm going to be there next month, actually.
mhm, I'm going to. Даже просто I'm going there.
Просто I'm going there. Мгм.
Я еду туда в следующем месяце, да? I'm going there next month, actually. That will be fine. Okay. Irina, I will ask you to think of 5 places you will ask me, right? You will need to ask me, have you ever been to, and about 5 places. It can be the country, city, town, village, or exactly the place. Maybe some square or some nature reserve, whatever. Don't write the questions. Only take notes of 5 places you will ask me
Mhm.
about. Okay? Just
Mhm.
30 seconds for you to prepare.
I'm ready.
Yes, okay, go on. So we do one by one, okay?
Mhm. Have you ever been to Paris?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to go there one day. Yes. Right. And have you ever been to Turkey?
Yes, I've been to Turkey one time 6 years ago when we, with my husband, had a wedding trip,
Yeah, which is called the honeymoon. Yes?
honeymoon. Yes.
Honeymoon. Right. Okay, good. Go on, your turn.
Have you ever been to Vladimir?
No, I haven't, but it's supposed to be really nice and historic place.
Yes.
True?
Yeah,
Yes? Okay.
partially true.
Absolutely true.
Because
Okay. Which point?
our main our главный main
Main.
our main site Golden Gate is restoring right now.
You need passive continuous. Didn't try again.
It is being restored right now.
Okay. Okay. So in order to attract maybe more tourists, yes, and to save some
Yes,
ancient.
yes.
uh, Very nice, very nice. Okay, your turn. No, sorry, my turn to ask you. And have you ever been to Kaliningrad?
No, unfortunately, but I'd love to visit this town one day. But nowadays, I know that we have some problems with the transport. Only flying. I think I don't know about train.
Trains. Yeah, to go to Kaliningrad by train is quite challenging these days, but there are many flights every day, yes, to Kaliningrad and back. Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Okay. Your turn.
Have you ever been to Mausoleum?
Oh, no, I haven't actually. That's very interesting. I've been to Moscow several times, and every time I wanted to visit it, but it was either closed because of the working hours or the queue was too long. So I've never been there. Yes, but I'm going to go there maybe when I'm in Moscow next time. Have you been there?
No, but I want to be there one day. It's my dream because it's very interesting for me as a doctor to
Yeah.
see this. Oh, I don't know how to say it.
Mhm.
What I can call this building.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
very
also
interesting for me to see by my own eyes. Uh,
right. Okay, okay. Yes, I also believe it is interesting. At least once we all need to see it, right?
yes. And
Okay,
have
good.
you ever been to Baikal?
No, I haven't, but I would really love to. I think it's so amazing and it's really beautiful natural reserve. So I would really love to go there. And just a month ago, one of my students went to Baikal and she shared some of her photos of frozen water. Oh my gosh, it's so charming. So I think it's really great to go there, especially in winter. What about you? Have you ever been to Baikal?
Unfortunately, no, but I have colleagues, infection disease physicians who lives in Irkutsk, and she constantly shares the photo, Lake Baikal, руф, руф это мягкий, нет, гладкий,
Smooth. Smooth.
smooth, smooth, теперь поверхность.
Smooth surface. Yes, surface.
Surface. And it's interesting photos. It is very interesting photo because you can see a big air balls under these smooth surfaces.
Yeah. Great. I believe it's really cool. Plus, you can go skating, yes, on this enormous lake, right?
Yes.
You can see a lot, yeah, in the depths of this lake. Wow. I think it's so charming, but very cold. Yes, it's freezing in
Yes.
there.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yes, and it in my question, have you ever been to Hermitage?
Yes, I've been there twice,
Mhm.
and I think that a good idea to visit this museum for uh, um, как ограниченный boarding, можно сказать? Ограниченный.
Ограниченный?
Limit,
Limited.
limited topic for visiting because when we with my husband were there for on the first time. We tried to walk around all exhibitions, and it was our main mistake, because it's unreal, I think, to walk around all halls and all exhibitions, and you give so many information. It's unreal to understand all of them.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with you. Yes, and you get tired very quickly.
Yes.
Yes, too much information. That's a very good point. Yes, to split your visit every time covering new topic. Very good point. Okay, Eden, have you got any more questions?
Have you ever been to Africa?
Yes, I have actually. I've been to Africa once, and I've been to Tunis, yeah, or Tunisia, and it is the South Africa.
Mhm.
Yes, and it was really, really hot. Yes,
Yes.
and I don't think I would like to go to this part one more time. Yes, it was nice actually. But if I go to Africa again, I would go to some Central Africa to see safari. Yes.
Yes.
And I've actually been to Sahara Desert, just a part of
Mhm.
Sahara Desert. It's so beautiful, really, but too much hot. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Fine, that is so lovely, very nice. Then let's go on, and again a bit of I'm sorry vocabulary to remember. And we were speaking about science and some big issues, if you remember. I'm going to tell you a part of a phrase. You try to remember the second part of a phrase, okay? For example, the global birth. What's
Rate.
missing?
Rate.
Great. Okay. To run out.
To run out of something. I'm running out of something.
Yeah, run out of something. Very good, very good. To be at risk. What comes next?
Of something.
To be at risk of, exactly. Yes. All right. Okay. Solar, what can be solar?
Solar energy.
Solar energy or solar power, right?
Yes.
Good. Cure, what can be cure?
Um, you are.
Cure. What's the preposition of what?
I don't remember. Q, я помню, что мы вот как лекарство, а чего с ним?
Yes.
С ним.
For example, cure for cancer, yes, or
Cure
cure for Alzheimer's. No?
Q4.
Cure for, right. Invest a lot of money. What's the preposition?
Invest into.
In or into. Very good. Something can increase how?
Increase dramatically.
Or, for example, something falls how?
Fall steadily. Fall steadily.
Steadily. Right. It can also fall dramatically, yes, but
Mhm.
this way is steadily. Very good. We're going to remember these words and phrases. Just a second. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. All right. So in here in number 3, we've got some sentences and some words are missing. The first letter is done for you
Mhm.
to help out. Okay? I'm going to give you a minute or something. Look through and try to remember what words are missing out.
I'm ready.
Done? Okay. So we're going to compare your answers and we will try to decide whether this news is positive or negative, right?
Mhm.
And why is that? Yeah, let's see. Number one.
The global birth rate has been falling steadily over recent years. It's
Okay.
a negative
News.
news
Mhm.
because it means that humanity has a lot of problems for future.
Mhm.
First of all, we won't have a lot of people who can work and produce some food and some devices for living, because our humanity would be would age, aging, то есть стареть.
Would be aging. Yes, would be
Would
aging.
be aging, and we can't to
Not.
we we can't to we can't like we can't produce enough food, water, and other life another substance and things for lives and for life or elder people
Mhm.
and yeah, I think it's the main harmful thing of falling global birth rate.
Okay, okay. On the other hand, many scientists, yes, say that our planet is overpopulated. There are too many people, and there are not enough resources for everyone. So they say that if our planet or if the population continues growing, yes, people will have problems with getting enough food.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So it's a difficult question, right? It's a tricky
Yes.
question. Some countries try to reduce the population. Okay. How about can't? But speaking about future,
Вот,
we
we will be able to
Mhm.
даже
Yes,
to
for the
produce.
negative.
Uh,
Yeah,
we won't be able to produce.
that's right. That's right. Very good. Okay, sentence two.
I heard they've started going more researches into the causes research into the causes of gray hair.
Okay, good. So what do you think?
Gray hair, это седые волосы.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Mm, I think it's not negative or positive news. It's interesting news, but I think we have a lot of uh, other directions for researching and
Okay,
for
okay.
spending money.
Okay, okay, right. But generally speaking, I think it's nice, yes, and it's good to know more and more about people's organism, right? The
Yeah.
more we know, the better it is. Yeah.
Yes.
Good. Number three.
Several cities are at risk of running out of drinking water sometime soon. It's absolutely a negative news, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, it's true. I understood it when I when I moved to Vladimir. When I lived in Kovrov, we didn't have any problems with water because the water in Kovrov is сказать, добывается. Просто,
It's taken from.
is taken from deep sources, deep
The
источники.
ground. Yes, deep resources.
Deep resources, but in big cities like Vladimir, water is taken from the river, and it's affected by special chemistry substance and some filters. And honestly, Vladimir's water is not so tasty as the water in Kovrov.
You see,
And
right.
I talk about Russia, where we have a lot of sources of drinking water. But if we
Exactly.
talk about other continents or countries, it's a very big problem for people.
Absolutely, I agree with you, especially speaking about, yes, Africa and some other places, right? Or dirty rivers, yeah, cause a lot of disease, and the water is not drinkable there.
Yeah.
Yes, okay, I agree with you. Good, number 4, Erin.
They can now predict who you'll vote for by looking at your online habits.
Mhm.
It's true. I don't know. Maybe it's positive or negative.
Yeah.
It has both options,
Uh-huh.
both sides. On the other hand, it's very positive because we can predict what people want. But on the other hand, we some bad people can use this information for their aims, their bad aims, and
Yes.
they can manage people for their interests.
Yeah, that's right. They can manipulate people, yes, and manipulate people's ideas and actions and whatever. Right. I agree with you. On one hand, speaking about voting, it used to be also, I mean, people used to try to find out who the public will vote for. Yeah, there were some people who would go around and ask, who are you going to vote for? So it has always existed. However, yeah, because of our online profiles, they can know more about us. Yes, they can know about our habits, about our interests, lifestyle, even income and whatever, right? Yes. Okay. What about fifths?
They are promising to invest more in technology for schools.
What is-
It's generally it's a positive news, but the word promise uh, unfortunately yeah, can't be
Guarantee, I mean.
can't guarantee something positive. uh,
Right.
but if they invest more in technology for schools, it's a good idea. Schools education and good school education is our future, and it's very important for children to have a good education.
Yes, absolutely. I would say that Russian schools are really well equipped, yes, and the technology in schools is very advanced, yes. We mostly have some nice interactive whiteboards,
Mhm.
yes, and whatever. So they are technologically really well equipped, yes, and it is very important for progress. Okay, good job. What about 6?
They are going to spend more on helping scientists to explore space.
What do you think?
Um, it's a good idea because yesterday I've listened some podcast where people told that only 4% of world ocean was explored,
Mhm.
and we humanity should spend more for exploring our surrounding space, our planet.
Mhm. Yes. And not only our planet, yes, because we speak about space.
Yes, yes, not only planet, but about mm, space, other stars, and
Mhm.
maybe one day we can um, uh, visit another stars, or find another planet with live with life.
Yes. Who knows? Yes, who
Yes.
knows? Right, that would be really exciting. Yes. Okay, lovely and very, very good. Yes. Okay. Then we are going to the next part, which is a grammatical part, and it will speak about present perfect continuous. Yes, a present perfect simple or present perfect continuous. What's the principal difference between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous? In what case would you rather use continuous?
Uh, if we talk about duration action, and
Yes.
duration is more important for us than the result.
Yes, absolutely. So if we want to focus on the process and that the process was long, right? Here we've got some sentences which are present perfect simple sentences. We need to look at them and decide, can we use present perfect continuous here, or is it not possible? If
Mhm.
possible, we rephrase to present perfect continuous.
Mhm.
Let's try number 1.
I haven't worked here very long. I haven't been working here very long.
So it's possible, yes,
Yes.
to use present perfect continuous. And to
Mm.
use it have been and then verb being. Yeah. Okay. Then look at number 2.
How long have you lived here? How long have you been living here? It's possible.
Yes, okay, good.
The birth rate has risen dramatically over recent years.
Mm.
I'm not bad yet. No, I think we can use continuous form. The birth rate has been rising dramatically over recent years. It's a process, and maybe it's continue. It
Has
continues.
been rising dramatically. This word
But
dramatically shows already some kind of result, yes?
mhm,
If we take away dramatically, then I would agree. The birth rate
mhm,
has been rising, yeah, the recent years, but in this particular example, I think that's not so
mhm.
good. Yeah. All right.
Um,
Fine. How about the fourth?
I've been there 6 or 7 times. No, we can't use continuous form because we have a state verb been.
Yeah. And it's about result. It's not about the
Yes.
process. Yeah. Good. Fine.
I've done a bit of research into it recently.
Mhm.
I think we talk about result. I've done
Mhm.
a bit of research, and
Yes.
we can't use continuous form.
But if you are still in process, can you do that?
Yes. Uh,
Mhm.
I've been doing a bit of research.
Yes. But I agree with you that the meaning would change a bit, but it is still possible,
Mhm.
right? Okay. What next?
They've looked for a queue for ages, but they still haven't found one. With the second part, we can't use continuous.
Mm,
It's a result.
okay. And the first part?
They have been looking for a queue for ages. And
Is
point.
it okay?
Yes.
Yes. That's good one, right? I would actually stick to this one, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. Nice.
A lot of money has been invested in this project. We can't use continuous form because it's a passive sentence.
Exactly.
I've always been interested in science. It's a passive form too.
It's actually not passive, state verb.
State
Infinitive.
mhm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've
State verb
always been in.
can't use.
That's right. That's right. Okay, lovely. Very, very good. So let's go on then. And yes, here we'll have a bit of, yes, uh, grammar. Yes, sorry, I forgot the word. I will return it back. It's just a moment. So here we need to complete sentences with one word, and we may use negatives as well. For example, if it's okay for me, we can say I don't.
Okay.
It's
No, I
repeated.
don't go to.
I don't go to work. Okay. Some more options.
Mm, but sometimes I
Мне
do.
не обязательно. Мне не обязательно.
I don't have to work weekends, but sometimes I go. I do.
Exactly, exactly. So, and for these forms, just in a moment, yes, here we speak about things which are necessary or not necessary, and we
Mhm,
can use have to if something is necessary. What
mhm.
else?
Must
Must. Yeah.
to be required to.
Required to, yes.
Mm,
Need to, yeah.
Need
Need
to,
to,
should, ought
yes.
to,
Yes.
to be supposed to.
Yes. Could, ought to, be supposed to if it is, yes, not so strong rule.
Mhm.
Oh, supposed to, okay. If we have a permission, what do we use?
Can,
Mhm.
To be allowed to.
Allowed, у вас лишнее
Allowed to be allowed.
Allowed. Yes. And if we don't have a permission, then
Can't be not allowed to.
yes, exactly. Be not allowed to. Very, very good. Okay. Uh-huh. Here we go. So yes, as for the first, we decided I don't have to work weekends, but sometimes I do it. Yes. Irina, I'm going to give you just 1 or 2 minutes. Try to complete. Yes. And then we check it out. You do the exercise and I will leave you just for a moment. Okay. I will come back in a minute. Okay. Shall we look at it?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have to work at the weekends, but sometimes I do. What is number 2?
We are not required to do a first aid course, but I just thought it might be useful.
Okay, good. All right, how about third?
We are not allowed to use social media during work hours. We're supposed to.
Yeah, right. So which would be stronger? We are not allowed to, or we are not supposed to?
We're not allowed to.
That's right. That's right. Okay, number 4.
We can't really make personal phone calls at work, but people sometimes do.
Exactly, or we shouldn't. Yes, it again depends on how strong the rule is.
Mhm.
Yes, it depends. Okay,
Um,
5.
we needn't wear smart clothes if we don't want to, but it's generally best to.
Okay, needn't, don't have to. Yes, we are
Mhm.
not supposed to. Any option here would be good.
Mhm.
And number 6.
We can start work anytime between 8 and 11, but if we start later, we have to finish later.
Okay, we can and we have to finish later.
Mhm.
Absolutely right. Erin, are any of these sentences also true for you?
Mm. I don't have to work weekends, but sometimes I do because
Oh, really? Do you?
sometimes, especially when we work with COVID-19 patients,
Mhm.
we we went to work and because duty doctors sometimes couldn't help our patients because they looked at our patients for the first time and we doctors of our department knew our patients very well, and we could help them more effectively than duty doctors.
Mhm. Right. So that is why you went to work at the weekend, yes, and every day. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Mhm. Right.
Um,
Okay. Yes. Anything else?
mm, mm, no, I think we at work don't have some strict rules about working hours or using social media or our mobile phones. For example,
Mhm.
my mom works at uh, uh, engineer institute, and they have very strict rules about being late or about using own mobile phones. They have special rules about security and privacy
Uh-huh.
of their work.
Okay, that's a point. That's a good point. Yes, it depends on the job, right? And on the security level, yes, and
Yes.
so on. Right, okay, cool. And the last part that we were talking about was about social norms, norms of behavior, customs, and traditions. We'll start with very easy one. We will need to match, yes,
Mhm.
the phrases. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's do it together.
Drop rubbish in the street.
Yes.
D. Split the bill.
Yes. A.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
Respect people's privacy or respect to elderly people.
I think respect.
Show respect to elderly people.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
let people off the bus first
Yes. And
and swear in public.
public. That's right. Okay. Irin, can you please think of 3 things that are common in Russia that is a good idea to do in Russia while traveling, and three things which are not common and three things which are not done in Russia. What would you recommend the tourists? Yeah, you can use different structures for that. You can say it's a common thing or it's not a done thing. You should, you shouldn't, you're required, and so on. You may use these phrases and any other phrases that we learned. For example, shake hands, kiss people in cheeks, right? Drop litter in the street, whatever. Okay, so three. Do you need a moment or can we do spontaneously?
I need a moment.
Sure.
Ready?
So tell me, please, what do you think? What are the usual and unusual things in Russia?
Um, it's a good idea to keep the door for next people when you go out from the house. It's acceptable to ask foreign to ask people about direction or place, как место расположения сказать?
Yeah, location.
About location of
Mhm.
some shops or theaters, and it's acceptable to talk in English if you don't know Russian.
Yeah, that's right. But you might be unlucky to find people who can also speak English, right?
Yes,
Not too many
yes,
people.
unfortunately. And it's not done thing to drop rubbish into the street, and it's bad idea to talk aloud with your friends in public places,
Mhm.
and it's not acceptable to swear in public places with your friends or with other people.
Exactly. Very good. I agree with you. It's not acceptable to
People
speak how? La how?
loudly,
So you need
loudly.
loud. Yeah, because you need an adverb.
Mhm.
Yes? Okay, good. Very nice idea, Sirin. Thank you so much. And actually, yes, looking at this check and review, it looks like, yes, you remember all the information. Were any parts challenging for you, or was everything fine?
I think I need to revise words sometimes,
Mhm.
and but about present perfect continuous, maybe a bit difficult for me because a lot of sentences, a lot of cases depend on their meanings,
Yeah.
and sometimes
This is
it's difficult to choose
yeah.
right or acceptable version.
Right, I see what you mean. Yes, but you remember, and in this exercise, you saw that first of all, in many cases, both answers are okay. Yes, and it depends on you as a speaker if you want to focus on process or not. Yeah, so you generally managed very, very well. As for vocabulary, it's always a good idea to get back and revise and go over it one more time. Yes. So this is what I will ask you to do at home. Go over vocabulary one more time and test number 3. Yes, so I'm going to send test number 3 and just as usual. Okay, so Irin, thank you very much for good practice today. And enjoy the day tomorrow. Yes, the birthday party of your daughter. And see you next time.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you.